In a report released by the National Bureau of Statistics, the country's economic growth in 2016 is expected to be tepid at best. Economic tepidity is one characterized by dull activities in key market segments and performance areas. NBS's prediction is based on the happenings in the economy recently, especially in 2015, marked by huge negative impact of its dependence on oil revenue amidst price shocks. However, NBS stated that in 2016, the economy is expected to grow by 3.78%, as output in the oil and non-oil sectors are expected to perform marginally better relative to 2015. According to the Bureau, the declines in prices of crude oil and related refined products will improve, savings of subsidies payments on PMS and other refined products may be diverted into more productive aspects of the economy. In February, inflation shot up from January's 9.6% to 11.4%. Core consumer prices, which exclude farm produce and energy prices, rose 1.6% also in February. Despite the uncertainties generated by the volatility in oil prices and the significant drop in government revenue, the Nigerian economy has been resilient in ensuring economic mobility. The government makes a move by initiating a two-day National Economic Council retreat on the nation's economy aimed at generating immediate, medium and long-term viable policy solutions to the economic challenges in the country. In his opening speech, President Muhammadu Buhari admits the downturn in the economy, pegging his statement on the gathered information from public views, which include the grassroots, city dwellers, the economic managers, consumer groups, the unions, and other stakeholders of the economy. The President suggests that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the states, should convene early meetings of stakeholders and identify issues in the sector with a view to addressing them. He highlights some of the issues in the country's agricultural sector to include the lack of feeder roads to transport crops to production plants and mills, storage facilities, while calling on states to increase support to community farmers and operators in order to improve local food production for food sufficiency.
First of all, we need to carry the public with us for any new initiatives. Accordingly, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the states, should convene early meetings of stakeholders and identify issues with a view to addressing them. Inform the public in all print and electronic media on government efforts to increase local food production to dampen escalating food prices. Banks should be land open to substantially increase their lending to the agricultural sector. Central Bank of Nigeria should bear part of the risk of such loans as a matter of national policy. States should increase their financial support through community groups. The appropriate approach should be through leaders of community groups, such as farmers' cooperatives. Provision of feeder roads by state governments to enable more effective evacuation of produce to markets and processing factories. When I was a schoolboy in the 50s, the country produced 1 million tons of groundnuts in 2 successive years. The country's main foreign exchange earners were groundnuts, cotton, cocoa, palm kernel, rubber, all agroforest resources. Regional banks and development corporations in all the 3 regions were financed from farm surpluses. In other words, our capital formation rode on the backs of our farmers. Why was farming so successful 60 years ago? The answers are simple. 1, access to small-scale credits. 2, inputs, fertilizers, herbicides, etc. And 3, extension services. Now we have better tools, better agricultural science and technology, and greater ability to process. With determination, we can succeed.
The talking point in the country of recent is the epileptic power supply, despite the privatization of the power sector. And to crown it all, Nigerians' worst nightmare rears its ugly head over and over again. The only option for the citizens to power their homes and businesses is threatened. Long queues greet few petrol stations willing to sell at government pump price of 86 naira 50 kobo, while some others are totally empty. Black marketers make brisk business selling the product at cutthroat prices. Folk.
Power, Nigeria's favorite talking point and butt of jokes, is the power situation in our country. But ladies and gentlemen, it's no longer a laughing matter. We must, and by the grace of God, we will put things right. In the 3 years left for this administration, we have given ourselves a target of 10,000 megawatts distributable power. In 2016 alone, we intend to add 2,000 megawatts to the national grid. This sector has been privatized, but has yet to show any improvement in the quality of service. Common public complaints are: 1, constant power cuts, destroying economic activity and affecting quality of life. 2, high electricity bills despite power cuts. 3, low supply of gas to power plants due to vandalization by terrorists. 3, obsolete power distribution equipment such as transformers. 4, power fluctuations which damage manufacturing equipment and household appliances. 5, low voltage which can not run industrial machinery. These are some of the problems which defied successive governments. In our determination to change, we must and will, inshallah, put a stop to power shortages. Key points to look at here are: 1, privatization. We are facing the classic dilemma of privatization: public interest versus profit motive. Having started, we must complete the process. But the National Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, the regulatory authority, has a vital job to ensure consumers get value for money and overall public interest safeguarded. Government to fast-track completion of pipelines from gas points to power stations and provide more security to protect gas and oil pipelines. Power companies should be encouraged to replace obsolete equipment and improve the quality of service and technicians.
The third point the president raises, and which poses a threat to economic growth if not properly handled, is the manufacturing sector.